There's two motion sensors in the house. This is a security door sensor, so you can be notified if someone opens this door when you're not home. And this is the other smart sensor that I've installed that you can set up if you choose to. This is a bit advanced, but the benefit is that when your motion is detected, you can pair it with this light switch and it will turn on, but it will also turn off when it doesn't detect motion. So when you open this toilet door, the lights can turn on automatically and it will turn off the moment you close the door and vacate the bathroom. I'm going to be demonstrating how to reset this motion sensor and how to change the battery. The battery uses a CR2450 battery, and I'll have some spares in the house. So I've got a ladder, so I'm going to walk up the ladder. So you can rotate this motion sensor to different angles. But to take it off, we just have to hold the base and twist clockwise. And then slowly drop it because the battery is right there. The battery is right there. So all we need to do, change the battery, put it back on where you see the plus sign, and then twist it anti-clockwise, very softly, and it should be back in place. And I'm just gonna angle it to like something like that. And to reset, to get it ready to pair with your Zigbee hub. So this is a Zigbee device. We just need our pin again, and we put it into the big hole on the left side of the motion sensor. So once again, 5 to 10 seconds until it starts flashing. The flashing is, there's a little light sensor right above the hole, and it's flashing now. So I can let go, and I can angle it, and I'll show you how to connect it on the app.
So to connect up the motion sensor to the light switch, we're going to go back to the Smart Life app, and instead of going to add device, we click into the Zigbee Smart Hub and add sub device. It shouldn't take long. Once the light is blinking, it should just pop right up, and you just have to click next. And then feel free to add it to your room that you desire, but it's already working and detecting if there is movement or not. So now that that is set up, you can now automate your home by putting in a prompt where if there is motion detected, the lights will turn on, and if not, it will turn off. So go into the scene in the bottom middle tab and then create scene. Then we go to when device status changes. Click on living room sensor, state, motion detected. So that should turn on your light as soon as motion is detected. Then control single device. Then at the bottom, living room lights. And for switch 1, we can name the switches, but in this case it's just switch 1, turn on. And also for switch 2, we turn it on as well. So we're turning on both set of lights in the living room. Then we can set preconditions if we'd like, such as I only want this automation to work at nighttime, but it's up to you, whatever you'd like to do. Now we save this automation and give it a name. In this case, I'm going to name it living room lights on. And then your scene is created. I'm also going to do the counterpart, which is to turn the lights off when you're away from the living room. And it's the exact same steps. We go into when device status changes, living room sensor, states, and then you can choose how long. I'm going to choose 30 minutes without movement, and then control single device, living room lights, switch 1 off, and also switch 2 off as well. And we'll save that. Once again, we can set preconditions, but we save and we name it, for example, living room lights off. And there you have it. We've got both those automations set up, and I'll be happy to demonstrate it working in real time.
The lights are currently off even though it's daytime, and I didn't set any preconditions, so I made it working even though the sun hasn't set. But once it detects my motion, the lights should automatically turn on, and once I leave the home or that space for 30 minutes, as I set up, the lights will turn off automatically. So let's try it. So it hasn't detected my motion yet. And you can adjust the angle of the motion sensor. There you go. All the lights are now turned on as I had set up, except for the kitchen lights. So if you want it to detect your movement earlier, you can just adjust the angle. For this one, you just have to push it left, and you should have it. And now after you push it left, you can just hit the reset button on the top, and to change the battery, just pull down, and then you can change the battery as well. Once you change the battery, you just have to line these up with the two tabs up there.
I would highly recommend you connecting the motion sensor right after you hit the reset button before you put it back on. And the connection process and setting up the automation is the exact same as the living room.
So you can leave this one stuck here, but this is the one where you can change the battery.
Up close, you just have to find the reset button right at the bottom, and to get it open, you just put your fingernail in the middle.
I've also left the motion sensor here, so when it sees the garage door moving, it will turn the lights on, and after no movement has been detected for a while, it will turn the lights off.